The more and more I go through life, I realize I just want to be me. I don't want to get up every day and try to live my life in comparison to somebody else's. For me, I realize there's more to life than just making money and chasing after women. Being me is more than being a producer. They say a man is a leader, and I'm a great leader. I believe that I have leadership skills that go farther than just my ability to produce. I don't want to be like a cow farm, where my family and the people around me expect me to get up every day and exercise the highest level of my power of man, which, is just not a reality in life. I feel like getting up every day with the thought in your mind that you need to be something, or you need to try to match somebody else's frequency, or you see somebody else living a certain type of life and you need to live a life similar to that. The reality is you don't. For me, shit, I can get up every day, have a mediocre breakfast, see the people I love, take a couple hits out of my bong, and fuck around with my cars or create in whatever way I want that day. And to be honest, I feel like I would be content. Something I realize in this part of my life is I do live the life I've always wanted to live. I think that if I was to live the life that I live right now for the rest of my life, I truly would be okay. Not because I have the most, not because I make hella money all the time, not because my life is perfect, but because it's enough. And I'm not in a constant search for more. And once I reached this state of peace within myself, it made me look at the world different. It made me realize that I'm just a little kid, and at the end of the day, I just want to have fun. I want to live a life where I don't carry the weight of the world on my shoulders every day, because, they say when you grow up, you're not a kid anymore. The reality is I'm still the exact same kid I was when I was a kid. I think that life just puts a lot of things in front of our eyes that prevent us from being able to live as who we truly are, because there's so many things that confuse you or conflict you or make you believe that you're supposed to live another reality. But I don't want to do anything but be me. I love to create. I accept my failures and my wins. I get up and I smile regardless if the world smiles back. And I've done many things in my life to prove to myself that I could do anything. I always say my problem isn't that I don't know what I want to do, it's that I can do everything. And I don't mean that in any way that comes off cocky, because anybody that knows me knows that I care a lot about just being real. And the reality is, for me, I'm decent or good at a lot of things, and it makes it hard for me to see what really brings me true happiness. And I fought that for a long time. But through that trial of understanding myself, it brought me to the realization that all I want to do is get up every day and do whatever the fuck I want to do. I want to get up and I want to make money and have fun. My happiness has just never been linked solely to money, because I ain't come from shit. I ain't never had shit. I know exactly what it feels like to be asked out. I know exactly what it feels like to have a lot. I know what it feels like to be on top. I know what it feels like to feel like the world is going to end tomorrow. But I feel like that perspective gives me strength in life. It allows me to persevere in a different way. Because I'm not looking for life to produce results for me. I'm looking to produce results for myself. And I don't know, man. The more and more I get up, I just realize that it doesn't matter what I do, how much I achieve. There's always going to be more. And I'm comfortable with just being a regular dude. I don't need to be an icon. I don't need to be the richest man ever. I don't need people to think that I live the greatest life. Even my approach to making these videos, I'm really trying to just allow you guys to see who I really am and find a way to present myself to the camera in a way that shines light on what I believe really matters, is my ability to give to my people, and to clear the way. Because at the end of the day, if there's a will, there's a way. And as long as you have a will, there's always a way. So use me as an example, or as a beacon, to see that it don't matter where you come from, what you have, what you're given. You can live whatever life that you want to live. I think the most important thing is taking the time with yourself to understand what that life is. And I think that I'm really content with just being able to take my days slow, see my children grow up, spend time with the people that I care about. Like I said, I don't need no fucking 2025 Lamborghini Murcielago or Lamborghini Aventador or whatever it is. All these high-end cars. I mean, right now, I'm sitting in this 2006 Lincoln LS V8 that I got for $700. Just got it inspected today, so that means that we'll be able to get the rebuilt title for this vehicle and finally get this car sold, which is fantastic news. Again, slow and steady wins the race. I'm not really looking to produce heavily all the time, and I think that's important. At the end of the day, I'm gonna make a good little bag off this car. When I sell it, I get the ability to go buy a new car after I do sell it, pocket some of the profit, and that fulfills the feeling within myself to be able to just get up every day and surround myself with vehicles, do the things that I love, exercise the skills that I taught myself, and that's it. If I truly mean it. If I was to live this life for the rest of my life, I know I'd be okay. Not really sure why I'm making this video. Not really sure who will watch it. But as I said, my approach for these videos is going to be a lot more personal. And I'm going to just speak more about what I really believe in.